Being in Miss Keel's 7th grade life science class is both challenging and enjoyable. It is a high-quality learning environment which you will experience intriguing dissections to laughable moments.
No minds will surely absorb valuable information indispensable to pass exigent tests. The learning will range from the fossils and the cells in your body.
This class will only be a blast if you complete all your work thoroughly, following her instruction with a positive attitude. Oh hey, in Mrs. Keel's 7th grade life science class, you'll learn a series of standards. For example, Standard 1A. Students know the function of cells and similarities in living organisms.
Here are some main vocabulary and definitions you'll need to know for Standard 1A. Cell. A cell is a basic unit of structure in all living things. DNA. Deoxynucleic acid. And organism. Any living thing.
So basically, all living things, plant and animal, are made up of cells. If there is a problem in the cells, the living thing, or organism, will suffer some problems.
This is a picture of a cell.
Another standard is Standard 2B. Students know sexual reproduction produces offspring that inherit half their genes from each parent.
Here are some main vocabulary and definitions. Purebred. Purebred is the offspring of many generations that have the same traits. And recessive allele. An allele that is made when a dominant allele is present.
So, when two parents produce an offspring, the offspring will inherit two genes from both parents. If one parent has a dominant big nose and the other parent has a recessive small nose, the offspring will most likely get a big nose.
Reproduction produces offspring.
Another standard is Standard 3E. Students know that extinction of a species occurs when environment changes and they're not fit to adapt.
Here's some main vocabulary and definitions for Standard 3E. Adaptation. Adaptation is a behavior that allows species to survive. And evolution. Evolution is the gradual change in which species change over time.
In order for a species to alter in survival tactics, there needs to be a significant change in environment. So, yeah.
Another standard is Standard 4E. Students know fossils provide evidence of how life was in the past.
Here is some main vocabulary and definition. Fossils. Fossils are the preserved remains of a living thing from way back when. And species. A species is a group of living organisms.
So, depending on how deep, the condition and shape of a fossil, we can determine how life was in the past.
Adaptation can lead to survival of a species.
Another standard is Standard 5A. Students know plants and animals have levels of organization and structure and function, including cells, tissue, organ system, and then organism.
Here are some vocabulary and definitions. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis captures energy and uses it to make food. Cellular respiration breaks down food to release energy.
So, every organism has levels of organization. For the cells, they form together for tissue to form a specific function. The organ system perform a major function in the organism.
These are the levels of organization.
I don't know.
Another standard is Standard 6E. Students know that white light is a mixture of all the colors of the rainbow and react differently to different wavelengths.
Here are some vocabulary and definitions again. Primary colors. Primary colors are three colors that can make up another color. And reflection. Reflection is an object that bounces back through a mirror. And wavelength is the distance between two corresponding waves.
Although you cannot see all the colors in white light, it's there.
White light is made up of the colors of the rainbow.
The last and final standard is Standard 7A. Students will select and use appropriate tools and technology to perform tests, receive data, and display it.
Here are the vocabulary definitions for Standard 7A, which are two main tools. A microscope. Microscope is a machine that makes small objects look big. And a telescope is an object that makes objects from a distance look big.
Okay, so in order to thoroughly conduct grand experiments, you need to use very good tools like calculators, telescope, microscope, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Rulers.
These are a microscope and telescope.